Right, so I press start on that. Now, does that start? I'll make it so people can hear me. Alright, so we are live. Do not swear, as I say. Alright.
Yeah. What the fuck is up, Pony?
Alright. So, I believe last time you guys had a little bit of like a breather after disabling a potential world-ending device, or like at least your close proximity ending device. And for sensible reasons, you put it on the one thing you're using as your main transport, and it's now currently sat right here in the middle of your ship.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully,
Yes, we managed to stop this thing from destroying an island and killing potentially a large amount of people, but most importantly, killing us. And we have not only disabled it, but we have confiscated it
true.
because we want this to get back into the hands of the enemy who might be able to repair it. So we're taking it with us.
Well, hopefully, no one destroys the top orb, which might set it off prematurely.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean it's 20% charged. Who knows what distance that will be? Anyway,
I shall try.
Nightshine, I'm gonna before we I think we guys we started this. Everyone's got up, they've got around, they start to move around. It's the first thing in the next morning, basically. You guys travelled a good distance. I'm going to go to the player map. No, that's this map. Everglow map. Quickly find you guys, click on you. You're right there. It's early morning. You're not too far away from Galloping Dam. And you're getting ready to go. Now, I'm really sad because I added all the important dates and then none of them saved. Because I set up seasons and everything.
Dab.
Because I mean, I set up like all the holidays, and I even set up when the Galloping Dam thing was going. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I should have got a notification saying it was starting soon, and it didn't appear.
Dab.
And as I can see here, the moon cycles are gone, the seasons are gone, and everything else has. So I'm crying inside.
Wow. Oof.
I'm assuming there was an update which destroyed it all, and that's my own fault for not backing up. But hey ho, I'll have to redo all that work later on.
Unfortunate.
I know. I just cried to myself.
Oh, save your work.
Nightshine, where are you? You are on.
I
Oh no, Alexandrite is on the actual player map rather than the flying ship.
Oh yeah. Oh, I heard player map, and then I was like, should we all go there? And like, and I forgot. No, that's not actually the map that we used to travel with.
No, that's for your own reference.
Yeah.
All right, but we are north of Maymay's Reach.
You're north of Galloping Dam at the moment. Well, northeast of Galloping Dam.
Oh, that's right. We made it over the water, and that's where we stopped for the night, so the captain could sleep.
Yeah, you guys are currently about here, random pool guy.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Did we ever declare that we needed to stop in Trotting Water for any reason?
You guys decided that it was a tiny town in the middle of nowhere of little importance that you weren't going to stop there.
Right.
Because last time you were there wasn't really much going on unless you wanted to do basket weaving.
Good to go. All right, then we're going to go to Galloping Dam, which will be very close to the running of the dam, and I wanted us to be there for that, for optics and to try to build up support from the people to get our empire started.
Now, I set a date for it to start, and I don't know if you've missed it or not because my holidays have been deleted.
I certainly hope we didn't miss it.
All I can say is today you guys are enjoying some heavy rain, though.
It's been raining all morning.
Let's give you guys. Oh, no. Let's give you guys.
Prepare for cutscenes that don't matter.
Let's give you guys some nice rain. Here's some rain. Enjoy the rain, safe.
On some personal notes, right before our session ended last time, Milk Thistle and Burn did speak. Milk Thistle is going to prepare sending for tomorrow, so that way he can contact Burn's master. And in our in-character chat where Burn and I did some roleplay, Burn wanted to speak to Steel and Nightshine regarding the Hell Knights to see if he could gain some information.
Yeah.
Alright. Still would not be aware of anything in regards to the Hell Knights. If it was a group, he would not be familiar with said group. The only knights he was aware of was those that were sanctioned by the Queen, and he was a member of them. He knows that they were individual knights around Everglow, but unless he worked with them directly or anything like that, he's not familiar.
I think we decided the Hell Knights were basically Chaos Hunters.
Yeah. That was our character.
Okay. So you might want to ask about the Chaos Hunters.
Yeah. Still, do you know anything about the Chaos Hunters?
They are a little bit of a legend. At least, I think I have passed or have been in contact with one in my far in the past. They are individuals who have dedicated their lives to, hunt down chaos.
I see. Well,
I
sorry, go on.
I was gonna give him ability to. Oh no, I haven't done his knowledge checks. Okay. I'm going to just let Steel do a knowledge check to see how much he knows about Chaos Hunters. Let's add a d6 to that, because he can for free. He will have a vague understanding of Chaos Hunters in regards to... He basically says they originated from Mermaid's Reach long ago, and Mermaid's Reach is named after a particular famous Chaos Hunter, and most Chaos Hunters have originated from there or have sprung into being. They're not normally born as Chaos Hunters, they normally become it. That's as much as he knows about them.
I see. Hey, Nightshine.
Yes?
Do you, by chance, recall having came into any knowledge of Hell Knights? They are from what I remember hearing when I was younger, and what rumors and stories I've heard, Hell Knights are... apparently, they are a force that stands against demons and the sorts of evils like that. Do you, by chance, have any recollection of knowledges about them?
I'm gonna guess that's history.
Yes, that would be ICB history of their past. Ooh, so close to a 17. Surprisingly enough, your information is very similar to Steele's.
I see. Thank you both. I suppose we should be preparing for when we reach Galloping Dam.
Does Alexandrite have any history knowledge?
I think I have 1 point, so I can definitely roll it.
If you've got 1 point, you can attempt it.
Alright, let's see.
Skip those. Here we are. History. Is history a background skill?
Maybe?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. I have 2 points in it.
Woohoo!
Even better.
Well, still rolled a 1 and... well, you rolled a 9, but everyone's rolling onto 10s at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know even less. That's pretty much where it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, I suppose I'll have to ask around at a library or a center of knowledge then.
Wishful Pen, do you have any training in history? as she stares blankly over the edge of the ship.
1,000-yard sail.
I actually have to load up her. Actually, no. If I transferred her character stuff into here, no, I have not. 1 second. I'm just loading her Hero Lab information to see what her history is. Given that
I'm not sure who set up the tokens, but Nightshine Steel.
Oh yeah. Well, I saw what Nightshine was doing, so I flipped Steel, so he's looking at his ass.
Yeah.
How dare you? Don't walk away.
Nightshine's just grooming your tail. He actually has an invisible brush in his mouth.
Yeah, it's prestidigitation.
Okay, skills for Wishful Pen. Wishful Pen has... Yes, she does have history.
She's gonna have so much history and be so helpful.
Sadly, she's a level 1 character. Alright, well, she has this. Oh, I should have clicked on Wishful Pen for that, but never mind. So again, her knowledge is probably no better than everybody else's at this point.
Well, either way, thank all of you. I do believe we should be getting prepared then.
Hey, Lightning, do you have history?
I'm afraid the character is not with us, so they cannot answer your question.
Oh, we have the sock puppet.
She is aggressively T-posing
Yeah.
and asserting her dominance.
Save it for the bedroom.
I'm afraid unless they've left at a very crucial moment where their skills are utmost important, they are considered not here and cannot help.
All right. Well, we'll have other resources in the future. We might be able to ask somebody at Galloping Dam when we arrive.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's possible. Alright, now I'm going to see if I can whisper in this.
Who's the GM whispering to?
I'm going to assume it is... I'm going to select a language which...
Oh, yeah, PM.
no one will know. Let's change that from public role to... Error. No target exists for this whisper. Ah.
Yeah. I don't know how to make that work either.
Yes. Oh, even your name's Nightshine. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe no spaces.
Try Daddy.
Daddy. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work. No target user exists with this whisper.
Yeah, I don't know how to make that work.
No, I'll do it.
And I tried.
I'm going to have a toy around with that later. So I'm just going to send the person. You can already guess who I'm whispering. Yes, that's you. Right.
All the horrible rumors that people spread.
Bugger, I've forgotten their name. Actually, no, are they on this list? No, they're not, because I haven't transferred them over yet. Oh,
bum,
hang on.
bum, 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 bum. I'm
Actually,
dreaming of a white Christmas.
hang on, Nightshine, you should have.
What?
Ones
Yep.
I used to-
What?
That come from the same druid who messaged you previously about ducks thing. Or at least the individual who messaged you last time.
Wait, but the last time I got a letter. Is this a letter?
Yes.
What? I'm very confused.
Who delivered the letter?
A bird.
I don't know his name. Do I know his name?
Yes, you do, because he's given it to you. I've literally just found it this second. So I was searching for my notes.
But why? He's mad at me.
No. He's not. He sent you the message. I'll re-edit it.
I just imagine Nightshine's reading this message and going like, "Why is he mad at me?"
Yeah, why he's mad at me? I'm very confused.
Sorry, that was probably my
Still, are you drunk?
who knows?
Yes, we've established this.
Nightshine, what did you receive?
You received a very confusing letter.
What's it say?
Like
There we go.
it's like someone was drunk and tried to write. Oh, now it makes sense. And we have to go back there to the place we just went outside of.
What?
Yes.
We don't have time to lose. What is happening?
We got a message from Firebrand.
No.
Now, we don't know who Firebrand is, but we got a message from him.
No, you didn't get a message from him. You got a message from Catalina.
Does he explain who Firebrand is? Because that's information we don't know.
That's probably very true.
Like the only Firebrand I know is the reviewer, and I'm just like, is he coming in our game? Like,
Oh no! Still, your twin brother is trying to kill us.
He looks at you and goes, "I don't have a brother."
Yes, you do, and he's a YouTuber.
Oh God.
What is the importance of us going back? It has to be worth our time. Otherwise, we should ignore it.
Do you know how? Do you? Okay.
you just
Before
show us
I-
the letter.
Okay, before I show you the letter, I need to make sure the letter is writing properly, because it's kind of confusing. Because it mentions someone called Firebrand. Does anyone know who Firebrand is?
I don't know a firebrand by name. Have we encountered a firebrand in our travels?
No one has mentioned themselves named Firebrand.
Do
No
you
one-
remember my dear friend Zebra number 905?
No.
What? No.
But he sent a message to Doc, and someone called Firebrand is trying to get revenge on us by targeting loved ones and family members. So we need to go back and pick up Doc because she's in danger.
Wasn't she delivered to Maymay's Reach because they could keep her safe?
I know, isn't that crazy?
Is it possible to sense motive on a letter? Because
Well, you
this
can-
sounds like a trap.
You can look at it, yes.
I'm gonna use linguistics to compare this letter to the one I received about the ingredients they needed.
Yeah, you can do that.
Let me open my sheet.
I'll let you sense motive it, Milk Thistle as well.
Yes, it's very confusing.
Well, you can't critically fail skill checks, so that's a plus.
Oh, nice. I'm gonna add my 1d6.
Okay. Yeah, skill checks you can never critically fail. So it also means you can never critically pass as well with a 20. It's one of the only ones where you can't. 1s and 20s don't matter.
21.
21, okay. Anyone else making any checks?
Rolling a sense motive on this letter. 29.
Burn?
Yeah, just a moment. I need to see. My sense motive is at 3, so you know what? Oh, yeah, I'll roll sense motive on the letter.
Okay.
You could roll assist.
Alright, I assist.
Right.
I detect evil on the letter.
There's definitely no evil on the letter. So those of you who are sense motive him first of all, it's very difficult to pick up in regards to a lot of things, but what you guys are able to pick up is the person wrote it relatively quickly based on the handwriting, and you can tell that it's probably not written, it's written by somebody who's not necessarily used to actually writing, based on scruffiness and how hurried it looks. But there's nothing in the writing indicates that there's any hesitation or line or anything like that as far as you can tell. But it's very difficult to tell any of that anyway in regards to writing. But you can tell that they wrote it without hesitating. Nightshine.
Actually, I think we should have a small talk and gonna say to everyone in the group.
Well,
Especially,
before you go off in your little moment, you will be able to tell, yes, it matches the handwriting of the previous letter that you received.
let's have a group meeting, everyone. That's a very good moment. And I'm gonna move here.
I was gonna say, should we move inside out of the rain?
No, I like the rain. It makes me feel all wet.
Milthistle is completely dry. You see the water just dripping off of his cloak without getting absorbed.
Alright.
Nations are licking you.
Please don't do that.
He's not going to.
Alright, what's this meeting about?
Hey, do you remember that one friend we made? The striped one.
Katarina?
Yes, do you remember him? Yes, you do. We have a little friend called Katarina. He's our inside man. I just want you all to know that he's our friend. And if anything happens, we have to help him as well, as because he's also helping us. Because we are all friends.
Helping us.
Yeah, how is he helping us exactly?
He's given us warnings before, and apparently this letter's from him.
Yeah, he betrayed us, but he felt very bad about it, so now he's helping us. He actually didn't betray us. We didn't expect anything from him. We were very dumb.
Who did he betray us against? Who does he work for?
Let me explain. We just had an epic fight, and it against Doom Rider, who's working for the evil guy. And this zebra, we managed to capture him, and we made the very smart decision to let him come with us. And we didn't do anything. We just let him ring around. So what he did was sneak during the night. He read our journals. He made a very detailed note about what we were up to, and he sent back to his boss, which is the evil guy. But now he feels very bad about it because he believes we actually stand a chance against the very evil guy that wants to destroy the whole world. So he's helping us as he can.
Okay. no offense, Nightshine, but for one, how can we know, or how are we able to know that we can trust him? For two, I don't think we should be associating with someone like that. Possibly.
He's,
It's not like he had much of a choice. His entire family was threatened, and
information proved truth before, and I believe him.
That's fair.
Well, how would he benefit? How would he manage to gain this information? Does he travel with the demon? The demon
Yeah.
was on the island, so it's certainly possible that he's been able to reach Duck.
He used the message spell to message Duck. And Duck got a message which was telling us to be careful because that someone called Firebrand is targeting our friends and family because he's very mean and he can't do anything to us.
Ah, shit.
Firebrand is the deer.
I don't know, it's just say it's someone we met. By process of elimination, we might come to that conclusion, but we can't be sure.
Alright, well, we're already halfway to Galloping Dam, I believe, or we're close enough to it. We can go. Sorry.
Swift Gadget calls over. We're closer than halfway. We're like 2 hours, if that.
Alright, so, Nightshine, here's my suggestion. We go to Galloping Dam, we do what we have to do there real quick, then we make our way back to pick up Duck, and then we get back to doing the letters. Does that
Yeah. Yes, does anyone here have any family or are you all orphans?
I was raised by the monastery in Galloping Dams. I have some brothers who are across the land, who are also.
Oh no!
My family
That's
lives in Clothing.
in danger.
Well, my only remaining family besides you all is Swift Victory, who last I knew was going towards the desert.
Nightshine, what about your parents?
Oh, don't worry about them. They are very capable wizards. They are the ones who taught me how to cast magic missile.
Live in a swamp.
Yes. What's your point?
Nothing? Right. Just gonna walk away from.
Here's what we're looking at. If we return to Maymay's Reach to try to rescue Duck, it's very likely a trap, and whatever has happened to Duck will likely not be able to be stopped by us. If we continue to Galloping Dam, shoot. Nightshine,
Yeah.
I'm not sure it's worth considering returning to Maymay's Reach. We're either walking into a trap or we'll be too late to save Duck if she's been captured or hurt.
Have a point. I think she's safe. Let's just leave her. Because I trust in her. She's a very capable little dog.
Are you certain?
Yeah, besides swimming, she's capable of everything else.
Indeed.
From what I can from the letter, whoever wrote this doesn't seem to have any misleading information, but it's very difficult to decipher.
Steele, you've been from Maymay's Reach. Are the druids there very capable? Can they protect Duck?
I only know of. I've not interacted with the village very much, but I have a close friend who leads them. He was very capable in his younger years, and I believe those that work under him will be capable. I do not know to what extent they will be able to fend off a force, but they are capable individuals. If it's just one person, Duck should be fine. If it is something more large scale, I'm not sure.
Indeed.
Duck at least has protection. The others do not. We should probably focus on finding them.
They will find the strength within themselves if they are worthy of it. I believe we should continue on to Galloping Dam, at least for the time being.
Also, I'm sorry for cutting you off. I think I did that. I don't know.
Cutting who off?
By the way, Nash's gonna hug everyone. For some reason, you people don't know. Maybe he's drunk. Hug, 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 hug.
Sense motive, this hug.
All right. I'll inform Swift Gadget of our destination.
Indeed.
All right.
Hey, bro, Peter's here.
Alright. Mainly, all she cares about is has it changed from where you were where you've told her to go beforehand.
No, we're going to continue on to Galloping Dam.
Then she is happy in regards to the destination and everything else. She will continue underway, unless there's anything else that you guys want to do. Then we will time skip to the point where you guys will actually arrive in Galloping Down.
One final thing. Milk Thistle is going to detect fiendish presence for any lingering effects on the letter.
No. There's no fiendish presence on the letter.
All right. I think we're ready then.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm going to quickly jump to the map and move us. So you guys will... Oh, no. No. Are you guys going to the north or south? Actually, no, she's going to go for the dam because that's in the middle. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to... No one look at the stream. Human army.
Gonna crash right through the dam.
Stream.
Just try to look at the stream. I open it right now.
Well, it's too late. I've already moved the human army. Alright.
Too late.
So, she actually brings the ship in for a landing in the water. So that in case anyone does notice it, it just looks like a normal boat.
Very smart
Yes.
thinking.
We had more water around where we travel.
All right, on the trip there, Milk Thistle is going to roll perception, and he's going to keep an eye out for potential threats, large groups, anything that's being set on fire, creatures that seem out of place, etc. 31.
31. Okay, so most as you sort of come in for landing or start getting low to the ground, you notice a few more ships, like what looks like more like fishing ships on the water. But other than that, everything seems perfectly normal as far as you can tell. Nothing drastic or anything like that.
Are there a lot of sea ponies swimming in the water?
Not that you can see.
We don't hear the shooby doop.
Should we call upon them?
I mean, if you want to stick your head in the water and talk sea pony, then that's perfectly acceptable.
We haven't made contact with them yet.
I think at least you guys have come across sea ponies because they do live in these areas, and I think I've at least described sea ponies in the facility, but I don't think any of you have properly talked to them, at least since the beginning of them, because I believe the original party have met some on the ship that transported you to the shoreline originally. But you guys will pull into port. It's roughly, I'm going to skip ourselves forward a few. It is 1:30 in the afternoon when you guys pull up in a sort of port setting. You dock with the northern section of the Galloping Dam. This is where I am quickly looking to load up Galloping Dam. Activate.
Time to split up the party.
Oh god,
Nope.
we got old icons. Let's just delete all of these.
I shall take this off.
Alright,
What?
alright, so I'm just going to drag everybody on. Oh, I think I'm... Oh, you're huge. I will resize... I don't think I resize people. So you guys... Why is Burn fine, but... I've given up. Right, Alexander,
What's that?
let's try you again.
How about
Are you set to large still after you were enlarged?
Alright, who's the large?
You. Are you still set to large? Yes, you are. Right.
Oh, I am. Okay, yes.
There we go. You're now
There we go.
There's always one. Alright, there you go. There's your four. You guys arrive in the port sort of in this sort of area here.
All right.
Oh, actually, no. You guys are still moving over maps. Nightshine, we're still... There we go. So you guys arrive in port at roughly about here-ish.
All right.
Choo-choo.
Is there a dock that we disembark on, or are we still on the water?
No, you guys will dock at a dock.
All right.
You dock on the northern side.
Well, looking around the town, do they seem to have a lot of hustle and bustle, like there's a lot going on toward the center?
I mean, the dock itself seems relatively sparse. There's enough there to obviously maintain it, but what you would expect normally of a dock, there's not as many dock workers. When the when Swift Gadget indicates there's no cargo to unload, at least half of the staff there quickly sort of scatter off.
Right. If you don't mind, I'm going to head to the temple.
If
All
you
right.
don't mind, I'm gonna head to the South Government place.
Yes, we should go see the mayor. Alexandra, by all means, visit your temple, and we'll meet toward the dam once you're done.
All right, thank you.
all right?
Vern, you haven't met Mayor Swiftheart, have you?
Only in passing, but not formally.
Wait, not Swiftheart. Is it Steadyheart? Steadyheart is his
Steadyheart.
name.
I think it was in passing. Like I've heard the name, but I never met him.
No, you have met him. He found you because you were looking for work, and he basically was like, I've got a perfect mission for you. Go out and help these people. And you met this guy.
Right.
Oh, right. So it was like a really quick meeting, nothing too formal.
The North Mayor, her presence is rather inconsequential, at least for the time being. We'll see how if her attitude has changed. Will you be joining us, Nightshine?
Going to the South Government place. I focus on the yes.
Alright, so I have Nightshine, Burnt, and Milkfish who are going to the government place. Move Nightshine. And I have Alexandrite, who is heading to his temple.
So Mr. Rizzo is gonna follow Alex to make sure he's safe.
Oh, and I realise all of your notes, Alexandrite, are on still did not transfer over, and I've got to go to roll 20 to look at them. Because I put them under your character sheet, and that is definitely something I don't have at the moment. There you guys are. So you will find, Alexandrite, because you will be the first person to arrive at your destination. You will find that your temple is relatively sparse, but there is at least one individual there who you will recognise, who will inform you that the rest of the temple did leave with the Blaze Company because of obviously the talking of aiding and stuff like that, and they're not one for like obviously more directly forcing individuals, but the capable fighters left with the Blaze lot.
Alright, good.
I have a feeling it is the more older individual who has remained behind, but I am trying to bring up the data sheet.
I'm actually looking at my thingy too, because I'm like, I don't remember what I wrote down.
I believe it is. No, he is. Okay, no, he would have gone. Okay, it would be the Luminance Dragon Scribe who is still there.
Alright.
Scribe will basically tell you that they seem a little bit overwhelmed with everything they've been left with. They are They're obviously. You catch them when they seem to be a little bit flustered in regards to what's going on, but they are doing their best to react to everything, and they'll be like, "Oh, Alexandrite, yeah, everyone's gone. They went with the Blaze lot, and well, I'm in charge, and I'm trying to like organise all the ceremonies and all my other duties, and there's so much to do."
Well, I'm glad that you're all safe and such.
Well,
Do you need any help with the
with the
festival and such?
Oh, I mean, if you've got some time, they quickly will give you a load of papers and stuff. I mean, if you want to, you can memorise this ceremony for tonight and give it and present it to everybody who wants to come en masse and everything.
Sure. What could go wrong with this?
Everything.
They will give you some papers. It's basically you've known Scribe for a while. They kind of over prepare for things.
I imagine it's like Twilight as a Dragon.
Yeah, and they've like literally got everything like almost bullet pointed, page numbers, scriptures, hymns. It's like scheduled to like the finest degree. I mean, you don't have to just do too much preparation. You could literally just walk up with what they give you, and be like, right, turn to page whatever, and or you could flip to a book quickly and find what you need to read out and stuff like that. So. And there's even times, or like an idea of times when they're going to start. It appears you've just passed you've missed the midday ceremony, but they've handed you the the sunset ceremony basically, which is roughly 8 p.m. this evening.
Well, I think we'll be able to stay for that long at least.
They look a little bit relieved and be like, "Oh, good. I will get ready for the next load of ceremonies then, and I don't have to do that."
Have you heard any word from Blade Master or Lightsword?
No. I mean, they are out. They're out on their missions, much as yourself. None of them have returned that I'm aware of. Well, at least if they've not come and found me, and none of the initiates have told me they've arrived back. Did any of them come? Did I miss them? As they almost begin to panic that they might have missed something.
No, it's nothing like that. But an enemy of ours has emerged and is threatening people that we love.
Oh, I see. Um,
Yeah.
I did not know that you were that close to one of them.
Sorry, that was an out of character fuck up. I meant loved ones, but
No, that's fine. I'll let you
I realized it when I said it, but then I was like, I hope no one noticed that. Like,
I noticed. So no, that's fine. Actually, let me just check the gender of Scribe again. He's a he.
pretend I'm not a dumbass.
He goes, oh, okay. Well, I mean, if they do arrive here, I'll let them know that there's a possibility of danger.
Yes.
But one of them headed out. One of them headed out. I'm just checking out the directions. Well, you know, Blamemaster headed more sort of north from here, and Whitesword headed more west. So I don't know if that's anything to be concerned about, but yeah, that's where they are, or would be.
Well, hopefully, secrecy will keep them safe. But for you, if you have anyone to stay with, it'll probably be best.
I mean, you know, I mean, I've been raised in the temple since I was an egg.
Yes,
I mean,
I do.
I'm only a few years old now, but I mean, you were here when I was born, if I remember.
You and the others are in the temple are the closest thing I have to family, so that's why I'm concerned.
Well, I am fine for the moment, and I will let anyone else know that they should be careful if anything else comes up.
Thank you, and I will go over this rather large script you gave me.
Well, I will see you later on tonight then.
And I will head over to the bridge, reading this over, I guess. I go like, God, did you have to write all of this? Let's skip this part.
He goes, well, I ensure that I make thorough notes and stuff. You never know what small detail might be important.
Thank you.
I believe Mr. Weasel is with you, and he gives a dragony weasel noise.
Dragon weasel sounds.
Yeah. Oh, Lord Weasel, sorry.
This
Uh,
is
I guess Nightshine sent you to follow me.
Well, Lord Weasel is anyway. Alright, so those of you who have so those of you who were heading towards the town hall, so one of the big things you guys notice as you cross the dam is there seems to be banners up and stuff like that, and there is a starting line placed on the northern side. As you cross the dam, you notice there's also a starting line placed on the southern side.
Not a start and a finish, but two starting lines, huh?
Yeah.
What would be the proper? I'm sorry about that. What would be the proper role to figure out what the heck is going on here?
Chip games.
Knowledge local, technically.
Okay, I have a rank in that. Normal.
You rolled a perception. Oh, there we go. 10. So, you wouldn't be fully aware of the full reason behind why there's two starting lines. It seems a little bit of a oddity to you.
Mm,
Are there any blood stains on the bridge?
No, there's no blood stains on the bridge.
Hmm.
It's almost people are in the process of setting up. You can see in the courtyard on the northern side, and as you cross over into the southern side courtyard, there are clear indications that the people are setting up for a festival or celebration of some sort. It's in the
Before we cross the bridge to the south end of town, Milk Thistle's going to look to one of the workers and ask, "Where's the finish line?"
Oh, the finish line's here, as he points to the north side.
Then why is okay? So how far is the running of the dam actually supposed to be then?
Well, you run to the other side, you run back to the other side, and then back again, and then it finishes.
uh, um,
Oh, I see.
And the other and the southern siders do the same, and everything's timed at the out there, and whoever finishes first wins. But obviously, it's more about testing of the dam. Obviously, it doesn't matter who wins at the end of it. As he sort of looks shyly.
Why not simply have the start on one side and have the entire city participate in one direction and back?
Well, the southern siders want it to start their end, and the northern siders want it to start their end. So there's two starts and two finishes, and hopefully everyone doesn't hit each other in the middle.
I mean, the best thing you could have done is try to come up with a oh, what's the word I'm looking for? A agreement and work things out.
I mean,
Seems kind of redundant to have two starts for both sides.
I mean that's what's been worked out and been agreed, and which always happens. I mean, when we last had that, there's always two starts and two finishes, and awards given out to those who win as first, if it's the North Siders or the South Siders. I mean, I'm rooting for the North Siders, obviously. Damn them dirty South Siders.
At this, Burned is just like he gets this zoned out look in his eyes as he's being told this. He's obviously listening, but it just baffles him so much to where he feels like his brain is shutting down.
All right.
If you haven't noticed yet, the entire city is a mirror.
Yeah, it's not exactly what we were working towards. All right. Let's go see the mayor.
Yep.
All right. So apart from the dam being set up, what do we have as far as the competitions go? Like, were they able to set up the archery range and other competitions and swimming and whatnot?
I mean, you've got most of the other ones, all sorts of ones. There's some. I mean, they're all in the process of like beginning to be set up. If you had a guess, you'd be reckon that they'll be ready by tomorrow. And there's all sorts of like fairground games, be it like test your strength, test your accuracy. There's more fun and games ones, and there's also those what look like they might be more professional type stuff as well.
Look as though they're setting up arts and culture competitions as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that will come under the more professional sort of side of things.
Okay, well that's good. Are we hearing music?
Not yet, no, because it's obviously in the process of setting up.
Okay. Well, it does look like we got here just in time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was either going to be happening today or tomorrow, and I'm going to give you the nice side because my calendar got deleted.
I anticipate tomorrow because
Yeah,
Carnival with a rainstorm would be kind of difficult. Plus, they're still setting up
pretty
in the
much.
middle of. All right, so to the mayor's house, or rather to town hall, I suppose.
Yeah. You head.
So,
So you head to the town hall, and you come across the same sort of relatively bored receptionist, and looks up at you and go, yes, how can I help?
we're here to see Mayor Hart.
She looks down at the book. Do you have an appointment?
No,
Take one.
Do you want an appointment?
No, bitch.
watch your mouth. It's not the way to speak here.
You're not even there, and you're a paladin. Behave yourself.
Yes, we would like an appointment.
How important is it?
Critical.
Oh, okay. Like how critical?
Tell him we are his friends.
We are the team who cleared out the quarry, as well as are assisting with setting up the carnival.
At which point she finally actually sort of realizes who you are. Oh, yes. Certainly. I mean, he's not busy at the moment. I mean, you can go on through.
Thank you. Milk Thistle will go to his office and knock on the door.
You have a rather sort of like, almost like he's a pony, like almost chewing on something. Calls out, "Come in, come in."
Open the door.
You see the rather sort of robust individual behind the desk. He looks like he's chewing on some sort of sweet or something like that. His desk seems to be sort of like a little bit of a mess, but there's still the jar of sweets there on his desk. And he goes, "Oh!" He sort of waves a hoof at you lot as he sort of like leans back in his chair, which rocks a little. "Oh, I was starting to worry that you weren't going to show up."
We do our best to be on time.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Well, we walk through from the northern part of the city and across the bridge. We see preparations are well underway.
Certainly. We've kind of mirrored on each side. So the Northlands are going to have their own sort of games, and us lot at the bottom here are going to have our own ones, and we're going to have our champions face off against each other on the dam once the running of the dam has happened and proven the strength of the dam.
Really, is that so?
I was originally hoping that the running of the dam would show more of a unification between the two cities. Why is the rivalry still continuing?
Well, competition is never a bad thing, and I mean it's always been there, and it forces those to push themselves to be better.
I agree.
And
But
it's deep set. It's very difficult to root out, and you're always going to have the competition between us and the others. One can never look better than the other type of thing. Hopefully, we can win some points against them. Prove that us on the south side are just as good or better than those up the north. They've got soft hooves. We are more hardy ponies down here, and I'm pretty confident in our ability to show them up.
Okay, I can understand where you're going with this, but right now, and I mean no disrespect to you at all, we are in a time where unification is highly needed because of everything that's going on in the world. Is there any chance that you and the other city or the north side can come to some sort of agreement to Unify?
He gives a sort of a chuckle which makes his belly wobble. Oh, we've always been like this. The south side and the north side. I don't think you're going to get any obvious unification, as you said, but we definitely will get some we're definitely getting the cities come together and organise these things. It's been a long time since we've had anything like that.
Milk Thistle is stroking his beard. If there's to be competition between you two, I can see this as being healthy. But I do have a request. If there is going to be competition between either side, whoever the champion is, north or south, let them be declared the champion of Galloping Dam. Not Galloping Dam north or south, but the champion of the entire city.
Oh, certainly. Whoever wins this running of the dam is the champion. Doesn't matter what side they're on, they are the champion. Hopefully it'll be a Southsider.
Yes, but not even outsider, you say.
Wait.
Southsider. South.
Oh.
But let them not just be the North's champion. They should be the South champion as well. Or vice versa, should a Southerner win.
Well, like I said, the running of the dam, there can only be one clear winner overall, and then there's those lesser awards: best Southsider, best Northsider, best costume, best funny costume. Then there's the rewards for most effort put in. You know, some of that.
Have the sea ponies been participating as well in getting things set up?
The population is a bit sort of. Sea ponies tend to more focus around the sea. We don't have any swimming competitions, as we like to try and include everybody. But I'm sure there's some sea ponies running.
Well, a swimming competition certainly would have been a good idea. It would have given the sea ponies not only a chance to show their expertise, but to encourage them to be involved as well. But regardless, how are the arts and culture competition coming along? Have there been efforts in making banners to show unification as well as songs being written?
Well, there's somewhat. We're hoping to push it a little bit more after the festival.
Do you need assistance with the songs and arts? Because I have dabbled in music composition before.
I've got some of the cities, some of the Southsiders' best bards on our sort of side of things, and I've thrown a few coins in other ways to bribe those at the northern side to help indicate a few things. So I'm sure we'll have plenty of songs.
I'm looking at his desk, Steel. Does it look like there's a quill pen, inkwell, and a blank piece of parchment on it?
Yeah, there's definitely some of that around. It's not exactly the most organised of things.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a crack at using musical composition, and I'm going to see what I'm able to do in order to help him out with coming up with something. Alright, this is
Are you gonna write a piece for your sister and compete?
Nope. Nope. He tries to write something, but instead it's just a bunch of nonsensical lyrics.
I mean, that's definitely what it looks like.
An attempt made.
Attempt was made. He looks at it and frowns and looks and goes, I'm sure our bards have definitely come up with more finer things in more lengthy of time. They've had at least a week to prepare for such a things rather than 5 seconds, as he hands you the parchment back.
he stares at him, and with this straight face, he goes, "I'm just having an off day."
Oh, sorry to hear that. Perhaps stop by the temple. They might have a cure for that.
I'm sure they'll have a cure for everything.
Mr. Mayor, how is the quarry coming along?
Well, I mean, we've not had a bad word come from that way. I mean, it takes time to get stone up. I mean, you can't expect miracles in 2 weeks. But it all seems good since your last report. I should
Good.
have something up just soon after the festival.
Has your representative been treated well in Villager Town?
I don't believe they've reached there yet. Or at least we've not had word back.
I did inform the council that a representative was on their way, but hopefully they're treated well.
I believe they left with the entourage of Blaze followers.
Well, when we last left Villager Town, the followers of Blaze had managed to reach Villager Town itself.
Did I?
If out of character, if I recall correctly, they did.
I believe they did.
Yes, they had.
Now, I do think it would be in character for the followers of Blaze to just leave everyone else behind and get there before them.
I mean, I think it would they reached soon after you guys left, so they're not long got there. So
Good to go.
Do you remember that we are going to ask some questions to your father?
he sort of thinks of it. I mean, there's been so much going on. I can't really remember too much, but I can't say if you want to talk to him, he's going to be available anytime soon. Not with everything going on. I mean, we've all got it kicking off tomorrow, so there's so much going on. I'm afraid.
That's a shame.
Is the competition open to outsiders?
Oh yeah, certainly. If you want to take part in any of the games, or if you want to run across the dam, we won't stop you. I mean, I would highly encourage you to represent us Southsiders.
What about the fighting contest for the determining champion?
Well, we have wrestling, if as close as you want to get with fighting. We have archery, and I mean, we do have some weapon competition, but nothing too uh, too much of barbaric sport. I mean, there are training weapons and stuff. We're not going to have people beating each other with real swords.
Fair enough.
I understand that you probably had a lot of on your hopes as of lately, but we could really ask your father a couple of questions about what he may know about how things were some years ago regarding the Empire.
I can pass on the message, but I can't say if he's going to be available to talk to any of you, at least not at the moment. That's the
All right.
best I can recommend, or I can at least say at this moment in time.
Well, do you have anything for us or any questions of us?
Um, he looks over his desk at the many bits of paper. No, unless there's anything you want to ask. Oh, he gestures towards his bowl of sweets. Do you want a sweet?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, Mr. Mayor, if that is all, we'll see ourselves out, and we look forward to the ceremonies tomorrow morning.
Well, he goes. The run of the dam should begin. Well, roughly midday, and normally goes on for about. Well, it's a sizable dam. I mean, most people will complete in about 45-ish minutes. Those quicker runners might do it in about half an hour.
That's impressive.
Well, I mean, there are certainly some earth ponies out there that are quick on their hooves, and possibly others. I mean, the rules are posted up if you want to listen, but no magic, no magical equipment or anything like that. It's purely down to your own skill. Normally, we have one. We have the head of the Blaze Temple who will personally punish any of those who are breaking the rules. I would recommend against it, as it sounds rather painful.
Nice.
Very good.
Indeed.
Where are the arts currently being produced right now?
Which arts are that?
Any tapestries, paintings, crafts, anything of that nature that shows the unification of the lands?
Well, we do. Well, you recommended something like that. We've obviously requested those to go out and present them when the art competition happens. So I assume everybody's doing it in their own homes rather than it happening anywhere in particular.
So they haven't been submitted first for inspection?
If they have, they're not come past my way. He gives a laugh and goes, "I'm not too much of an art critique. I may look at those that have been selected to pick one of my favourites, but I'm not one for knowing too much about the finer details of art."
Very well. All right. Milk Thistle looks to the party. If there's nothing else, I think we should go see the other mayor and see if she's available.
Yes, that would be wise.
Sure.
You guys probably would meet Alexandre as he's just about to head into the town hall office at this point.
Okay. Yeah, Alexander has this big script that's like, I don't even know this word.
What'd you get into? What'd you get roped into there, brother?
Well, a kind of adopted brother of mine, Scribe, has been put in charge of the Temple of the Sun Queen, and I've offered to aid in at least giving a speech for the ceremonies. And I'm just going to show off the thing that they gave me.
So, how many pages is it, Steel?
I mean, it's not pages, it's a parchment, so you just sort of let go and it just sort of bounces and keeps rolling out.
He looks to the parchment as it just continues to roll. He's like, you sure that you're up to the task? I mean, that's an awful lot to read through and preach of.
Yeah, he does get a little carried away. I think I'll abridge it.
Yeah.
Do you want help?
I mean, there's. I mean, carried away is like there's indications of when you take you stop and take a breath. Carried away.
So this is like, what's above carried away?
This is Twilight freaking out.
He's going Twilight Nanas.
Yeah, why don't you get Nightshine to help you out with that?
I Yes, and last time they met, they had like 3 shots of vodka. So
Yay!
Well, in immediate news, we did make it here just in time. The ceremonies will begin tomorrow. The running of the dam itself will be midday tomorrow afternoon.
good.
And the preparations seem to be well underway, though not to the specifications that I had hoped for.
I'm not surprised.
There's going to be a continued rivalry throughout all of this. It will be north and south. But I did manage to convince the southern mayor that whomever wins, whether it be a northerner or a southerner, that they will be the champion of Galloping Dam, not simply the champion of north or south. So whomever the winner is, they will be declared the winner of the entire city.
Well, at least that's a start. You can't expect a rivalry that lasted over 100 years to suddenly end in a few months.
True.
Weeks.
And also, unfortunately, the sea ponies themselves were not given any specific competition that would benefit them and encourage them to join. Though the Southern Mayor did say that a few sea ponies are going to be joining in the competitions overall. The arts and culture department was not reviewed by the mayor himself, so we don't exactly know what's going to be shown that would inspire unification, but hopefully it'll deliver. We were on our way to the Northern Mayor's offices right now to see if she's available.
I'll join you. Are these competitions open?
Yes, as a matter of fact, anyone could join. If you wanted to represent... The Southern Mayor had requested that we represent the southern portion of the city, but if you wanted to compete, you could support the reunification of the lands themselves, not the cities.
That's not a bad idea.
I actually have a cool idea.
What is your...
I'll be on the bridge right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off my stuff, put inside a corner, and they're gonna jump inside the water, and they're gonna pretend that I can't breathe and I'm drowning.
Oh,
Nightshine, what are you doing?
what
So-
are you?
Are you jumping off on the right or left side?
What is closer?
You're on the right side, so I guess the current's sweeping you away.
The right side.
The right side. Okay, cool. Now the right side is the side where actually you don't have as far to fall down on the plus side, but most of the water's running towards the dam on the right side. But you're not near any suction holes. Let's just say that you're in the water.
Nice.
What are you doing? Oh, actually,
I
roll me a swim check.
Oh God.
no.
There's a coal power factory near a lake, and they have a fenced off area where the water does get sucked in to keep the factory cool. And yeah, if your canoe or your boat gets on top of that water, you get sucked down very, very quickly. A couple of people have died.
Nice.
Ooh.
Not
No,
nice.
It's not nice at all. The factory has to get shut down, and body parts need to get pulled out of fans and whatnot.
It's nice.
So,
No, not nice.
you jump into the water and forget that you never learned to swim. So you're kind of struggling here, as there is a current, and it's not a consistent current because obviously it's more the dam pulling water in certain places, and you're kind of like trapped and being swirled around in whatever strange current is currently in existence here.
How deep
No,
is
no.
the water?
You don't see the bottom. You don't really see too far down because the water's moving, so there's not really a good judge of how deep it is.
Oh,
I know, but I've lived here, so I imagine like
Okay, so this is very true. So he's jumped into the deepest part. The water basically comes at this, runs through the dam, and comes out the bottom. He's probably jumped into the most dangerous area possible.
oh god, we need to get him out. Can either of you swim?
I can. Yes, I'm not very good, but I can. And with that, Bird is gonna drop all of his armor and equipment. Are you able to swim, Milk Thistle?
No, In fact, I will sneak fast. But Milk Thistle is scrambling to pull out 50 feet of rope.
Burn, what are you wearing in regards to armor?
He is wearing. Let me find it. It's in my inventory, I think. Armor. Half plate. So I dropped my half plate down onto the bridge.
I will point out half plate will take you a few minutes to remove.
All right.
And in the midst of this and seeing Nightshine sinking, Milk Thistle is going to yell out at the top of his lungs, "Pony overboard! He's in the water!"
Alexander is going to take the rope, give it to Milk Thistle and Burned, and he's going to jump in.
All right.
In heavy plates.
Yes.
How dare you?
Not the.
I have a good constitution. I can breathe through. I can probably breathe or hold my breath.
I mean, you could have helped me remove my half plate.
He's gone.
I'll remind you that Milk Thistle has negative modifiers to strength, so he's not the best person to hold the rope.
Burned will hold the rope.
So Alexandra jumps over, and after somebody shouts, "Pony in the water!" There are some people on the bridge who quickly sort of spring into action, but obviously Alexandra, you've jumped over quicker than anyone else can react. Roll me a swim check.
All right. Hoping for a good number because penalties. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the master swimmer. You are able to make it to Nightshine, and you are able to keep him above water, as well as sort of keep you away from being sucked down into anything horrendous. You are in the middle of the dam, I will point out, so you're not near anything.
So yeah, I'll grab Nightshine and try to bring him to land.
Right in my plan.
As other ponies come running up with like circular rings, what they throw at people to try and keep them afloat. And stuff like that. And they launch some of that into the water and you're shouted at to swim towards it. So you can just swim towards it.
All right. Yeah, I'll swim toward and put Nightshine in it and hold on.
Did they throw life preservers or something into the water?
Yeah, basically that's what they're doing. They had them scattered across the dam. Now you see them thrown in the water, you're like, so that's what they're for. So
I see any safe ponies nearby?
there's always ponies on the bridge, on the dam. So Alexandrite, I need another swim check to basically get to one of these life preservers. That was to rescue Nightshine. Ooh. Okay, you're kind of struggling here to try and get to one of the life preservers. Again, you get caught in a current and you get sort of like pulled into the water and that sort of thing. So you're kind of struggling very much in regards to get to safety at this point.
Burned is going to try yanking and pulling on the rope to try and get them closer to the life preservers.
You're not going to be able to yank or pull any rope. You're going to have to more try and throw a life preserver or a rope towards them and hope that they grab hold of it.
Alright, yeah, I'll grab a life preserver and try to throw it towards them.
Okay. Give me a ballistic skill check. Not ballistic skill, sorry, that's something completely different. A range attack.
A what?
A range attack.
Alright, let's see. That would be 1d20 plus 7.
If you go to your sheet, there should be a thing called.
It's VAP plus Dex modifier.
BAB plus Dex?
Yes. Good. Very good.
Yeah. Alexandrite, as you're struggling, there is, because obviously you'll probably be using rope rather than a life preserver because that's what you got on your person. Rope appears. Yeah. Roll me a reflex save to grab hold of rope.
All right.
Well, look at you showing off.
Oh, that was so lucky.
You grab hold of that rope, and with a combination of people on the dam, you will be pulled to safety with Nightshine.
All right.
Oh, that's my plan. How dare you?
Burn just kind of stares at the both of them, his right eye twitching. What were you thinking, Nightshine?
I wanted to talk with the sea ponies.
You can walk across the bridge down to the bank if you wish to speak to them.
Alexandra, you know that most of the sea ponies actually live on land in houses.
You know the sea ponies live in houses, right?
No, I don't. No one told me.
Oh. With that, Burn looks to Milk Thistle. He's like, "Do you want to go to the North Side's Mare? I want to go to the North Side's Mare."
Yes, let's be on our way. Nightshine, dry yourself off.
Yeah, his right eye is twitching something fierce by now.
Alexandra just gives a wet tail slap to Knight.
How dare you ruin my perfect plan?
And you're not, Alexandrite, you're just as bad. You jumped in with your armor on. That is a death sentence, my friend.
I was strong enough, and I lived in these parts. I knew the safe areas.
It was a calculated risk that paid off, but be careful with those because luck is not something to be relied upon.
I had a plan.
It was a terrible plan, Nightshine.
You don't know what my plan was.
Doesn't matter what.
Yeah, you didn't tell us the plan. You just jumped in. I was like, oh.
Like,
Yeah.
Out of character, your plan was obviously to be rescued by the sea ponies and hail them as heroes and get them involved. That's what I'm guessing anyway.
Kinda.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
dumb idea, Nightshine.
How dare you?
Your plan was bad, and you should feel bad.
I feel bad, but my plan was great.
All right. I mean, never a dull moment with Nightshine. He keeps us on the tips of our hooves.
Yeah.
Especially drunk Nightshine.
How dare you?
All right. So to the mayor's office, Nightshine. You have prestidigitation, don't you?
Let me double check.
I think you do.
Depends if he's prepared it for today.
Oh yeah, it's what I use to keep my drink cold. I always prepare it.
Okay. So you should be able to dry yourself off.
Yay!
You have
Just imagine it does other things than to keep my drink cold.
I don't know. Does it?
It can remove filth. It can change color. Can change flavors of certain things. But it's like a small, concise area. So you would basically be casting it on yourself multiple times all over your body to get the moisture and whatnot out of your clothing.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. It changes the taste of stuff.
God.
Yeah. So,
Wink, wink.
so
Wink, wink.
Sorcerer in my other party knows that my character hates apples but loves mangoes. So one time I tried to bite into a mango and she made it taste like apples and I threw up.
How dare him?
Her. But yes,
Her.
how dare her?
Someone needs to be killed.
Anyways,
To the Northern Mayor's office.
Ray pulls out a fish from his armor.
So, you arrive at the Northern Mayor's office. It seems relatively busy there. You have various people sort of coming in and out, and you're kind of mostly ignored as you sort of walk past everybody and enter in to the point where you get to all the way up to like the receptionist area where you've come before, and the receptionist looks relatively busy.
Good afternoon.
With your words, they look up and go, "Afternoon. Are you picking up, dropping off?"
We'd like to speak with the mayor.
They flick through a book. They are looking. They're scheduled until like after the festival. Can it wait till after then?
Technically, I suppose it can. Is there a representative we can speak to who can answer questions about the festival?
Um, what part of the festival?
The competitions, submissions for art and culture.
They're two different people. Well, unless you mean the same competition to do with the art, that is.
Yes, we'd like to speak to the one responsible for the art.
Um, she sort of flicks backwards and forwards. I mean, in what regards? Because I mean, you're coming to it a bit late in the day. Have you got a late submission?
We're people who help.
Party, do we have a submission?
I don't think we have a submission.
No, but we would like to inspect the artwork. We're part of the team that helped to get the running of the dam ceremony started this year. We'd like to see what submissions have been made.
I mean, all submissions will be displayed tomorrow at the festival. The mayor is currently looking over and picking at least winners from the north side at this point in time. So tomorrow you better see who's won.
The winners have already been declared.
Well, it won't be revealed until tomorrow.
Are those going to be going up against the Southern's art?
I she kind of looks at I think so. Obviously, we pick the best, they pick the best, and then I think we have everybody vote on it or something.
Good.
She kind of like starts looking at stacks of paper and goes, I think that's how we're doing it. Either that, or we're just all going to run across the dam and then that decides who wins.
Has music been prepared?
She kind of points to an indication of a pile of papers. Yes, the musicians have been selected, and when and where they will be played, as well as street artists and musicians, as well as sort of evening events. Was there? Are you planning to take part or something?
Oh, that's up to the others there with us. Would you guys like to, or would you all like it if one of us were to enter the art competition?
Well, you're very late, but we do have somewhere set up where you can go and show off your talents and see if you are able to make it into the any show slots that we may have left anywhere, or if you can make it as street talent.
I'm not much of an artist, I'm afraid. So.
Let me see.
I was hoping to do the art and culture submissions for inspection, but if we have to wait, then I suppose we'll have to wait.
Yeah, as much as I have musical abilities, they aren't up to par.
I believe the mayor and a few other selected individuals are choosing the potential winners at the moment. she kind of picks up a bit of paper and looks at it, and then kind of looks at you and goes, "I'm afraid, well, at least your descriptions don't match anybody on the list of who's going to be inspecting, so I can't let you pass."
Fair enough. Oh no. What do you think, Alexandrite?
I'm still kind of struggling to see why we want to judge the art. To be honest.
Yeah, that's my hang up as well.
Who doesn't want to judge art? You can be art
Well,
critics.
I mean, okay. I can understand where both the mayors are coming from with, choosing the winners beforehand. But to be fair, it should be up to the public as to who wins during the festival instead of being chosen ahead of time.
Oh, well, clearly
But
you were listening. That they're going to pick the best from each side, and then the public vote for who's the best overall.
Yeah. These are the preliminaries.
I suppose that makes sense.
Look, you can't have 5-year-old Timmy's art on display with the Van Goghs here.
I mean, you say that, you can, but at the same time, 5-year-old Timmy is probably going to be laughed at in public to where...
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose I can see where you're coming from with this.
Well, regardless, it does seem like both mayors have taken steps to set up ceremonies, set up culture, and have their competitions. And at the end, their very best will be placed against each other. The champion will be declared in favor of the entire city.
This is true.
All right. So, in regards to the running of the dam, I think we should just wait. But since we still have plenty of time left in the day, we could do the research we needed for the Chaos Hunters.
Yeah, the Hell Knights. Is there a library around here, Alexandrite?
Steele, is there a library around here?
Your temple definitely has one. There's a relatively local library. There's also there's both one on the north and south side, as obviously there is going to be. There's also there's also records keeping, which is part of kind of the town hall section, where again it keeps public records. So depending on what you feel will be necessary. The library is more of a traditional library where storybooks. There are some obviously fiction and non-fiction stuff. But you're not sure exactly on like key subjects like chaos hunters and stuff like that.
Probably the temple would probably be the best place for that.
Yeah, this is true. Let's we can always head to the temple and check their records, see what we can find.
Nightshine, would you be willing to join us in research?
yes,
All right, let's go to the temple.
I need to prepare this speech anyway.
Alright, so you're heading towards the Sun Queen's temple.
Jawohl.
Alright, arriving at Sun Queen's temple, people who are doing research, who's assisting and who's actually doing the main research part?
I believe Milk Thistle is our best bet to make that good roll. Milk Thistle will assist.
Yeah.
Alright, so assisters, roll first. Up to 2
Alright.
people can assist.
Burndle assist.
Which knowledge do we need to roll? Ooh, very nice.
It'll be knowledge history because I believe that's what you're assisting Nightshine with.
Unfortunately, Milk Thistle was no help at all.
I'm afraid the only person who can help is Bert.
Nightshine, this looks... He I can imagine this being like a montage where they're just trying to find the right books, and as they're finding more and more, the stack just gets bigger until it falls over.
Pretty much.
This is a book.
Nightshine,
Yes?
make the dreaded roll.
I gonna do my 1d6.
Okay.
23 plus 2, 25.
All right. 23 I count overall, plus the 2. Actually, are you including the plus 2 in your roll of an 18?
No, I wasn't.
Okay, so it is 25. Cool. So, you can actually go through the records here. It seems to be more of a local thing, but you do come across a record roughly, based on the dates, it's probably about 150 years after the founding of the empire, that at least one individual from this particular temple itself actually turned out to be a chaos hunter, and they went to Meme's Reach to receive training, at which point there is a brief indication that they returned back here at the temple before they actually went out again, hunting for obviously chaos creatures and other various things. And there's also there's like numerous indications of them returning and stuff like that, and them working directly for the Empire, as well as obviously Meme's Reach itself. And it does indicate of basically almost like an order of chaos hunters that work together in regards to things, and it does indicate that some of the tales that they've brought back, that under rare circumstances that they do unite together to basically travel together for when great deeds need to be done, that requires the concentration of chaos hunters to go out and quest forth, basically.
Do they give the name of this individual?
Yes, but it doesn't. They don't give you their original name. It gives you their new name that they were known by after they become a chaos hunter. It's almost like once they received this change in their destiny, they it's almost that they altered themselves in almost personality or what their destiny was. And they changed their name to what was it? 1 second, I'm going to make sure that's right.
All right.
I cannot believe the GM is not prepared.
No, I have a name, but I want to make sure it follows the Chaos Hunter naming conventions. I have a feeling they are based upon the original name of the tribe they are from. But yeah, I think it's meant. There we go.
Like, look at you following the name conventions.
Yeah, I know.
Following the naming conventions, who even does that?
I just add night and something to my name.
Yeah, for people who are watching, he has 3 fucking characters with night in his name.
Yay!
That we know of.
I mean, it's fucking confusing.
All right, so he was known by the name of true quest after he became a Chaos Hunter.
That,
It does
what
not.
Right.
was
It
what
does
was
not.
the name of the guy that was the church leader in Village Town?
His name was.
Vision Quest?
Which church leader?
He means in the village town.
Yeah.
Endless story.
Okay, I'm confusing.
You are.
Midnight
We're
Vision,
in.
the leader of the Midnight or the Nightmare Temple. All right. Well, I took some notes. There they are.
He goes by the name. The guy in the temple goes by Midnight Vision.
For the Nightmare Temple, yes.
Yeah.
And I've always called him Midnight Vision. I actually don't know his rank. Is he like a high priest? Is he even a cleric? I honestly don't know.
I always forget the ranks what clerics use. I think it is High Priest, but I think there's actually a title above that he technically is. But we'll go with
We
High
can-
Priest.
We can figure that out later, but that is something I'm interested in.
Yeah.
At least it's not like the Grand Wizard of the temples or towers.
At Grand Wizard, they wear white cloaks with red crosses on them and very tall hats, and they keep their faces covered. Very fond of fire.
Alright.
I love them.
You
Yeah.
would.
But he changes his name to True Quest after he becomes a Chaos Hunter. And there's no mention of what his name was beforehand. Was there any other details you're planning to try and find out? This is the other question.
Out of character, are we going with the Chaos Hunters are the equivalent of Hell Knight?
I mean, from what I remember being told, they were, in order to become a Hell Knight, you had to be a Chaos Hunter.
That's one possibility.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
more of an out of character thing.
Would I do know there's a spell that a cleric has that can summon a demon for the purpose of the ceremony that Hell Knights require to kill the demon in solo combat in order for their initiation to be complete. Would that give me any access of knowledge into the Hell Knights themselves?
It would not, no.
Okay.
But basically, what it consists of, the Chaos Hunters kind of unite underneath a one kind of banner, and it would be the equivalent to sort of Hell Knights. They're not all necessarily Hell Knights, but they are part of that collection.
You could always talk to the humans and find out about Hell Knights that way.
I hate humans.
But yeah, so basically they have a unique culture where they generally, if you do become a Chaos Hunter, then you are kind of accepted into their ranks. They will, you are normally tested to a degree to ensure that you are. One, because he does talk about trials he had to undergo upon becoming such a Chaos Hunter. He also indicates those that have dedicated themselves to the hunting of chaos creatures, but were not Chaos Hunters themselves, gaining the respect of fellow Chaos Hunters. So there was obvious ways to gain entry, but the individual in the stories that he left behind speak of those individuals having to perform great deeds to either to the Empire or the Chaos Hunters themselves in slaying slaying demons that were causing great harm to the Everglow, basically. Upsetting the balance is probably more the correct term.
Were the Chaos Hunters those who hunted Chaos and the Hell Knights? Were they part of a fraternity, and did that fraternity have a name?
That's you are asking the right questions there.
Stop it! Stop asking the right questions.
No,
No, this is important. I'm legit interested.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it gone?
I'm also interested in why my desk chair seems to be shedding scales. I had that fall leather cover, and this chair is about 3 years old now, and it's starting to peel off when I sit on it.
Oh dear.
It's getting worse. I'm gonna have to replace this chair eventually. Got little strips of brown fake leather getting all over my floor that I have to sweep up. And while we're doing this research, Milkthistle apologizes. I'm sorry I wasn't any help. I couldn't find what we were looking for. It seems that you found the books that were needed, but I couldn't find any myself. It is very likely that the Nightmare Temple itself does have more knowledge on these Chaos Hunters, because it seems that the hunting of chaos and wanting to keep order and protecting the Empire, that would most definitely be something that the Nightmare Temple would take an interest in. So when we return to Villager Town, we can speak with High Priest Midnight Vision and see if he can lead us in a direction that would be helpful.
This is true.
I had to check to make sure I didn't make it this kind of simple and obvious, but I did, and probably because of pony logic. They are the Chaos Knights.
They are... Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Destroying things.
So when we return to Villager Town, Burned, if you would like, I can bring you to the Nightmare Temple and we'll ask about the Chaos Knights.
That would be very helpful. Thank you.
Yato.
You can also ask the Luminance Temple. I'm sure they have them.
I'm sure they would have large swaths of general information, but given the specific oaths that they have taken against chaos, this would be something that the Nightmare Temple would likely have very dedicated information towards. I wouldn't be surprised if many of the Chaos Hunters themselves were followers of the Nightmare.
This is true. Both are vast resources of information that can be looked into and utilized.
All right. Was there anything else we needed to research or do with our downtime?
Not that I can tell.
All right.
Do we have downtime left?
I mean, those of who have not assisted in this research do have some additional downtime, but as a key part, you are involved in this. Unless there's any other details you want to find out, Nightshine, the only person who can run off and do stuff is Alexandrite, but he has his own downtime task. Hopefully he hasn't forgotten.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will do what I can to help out with the ceremonies going on tonight. Since I have promised Scribe that I would do that. So is there a general, like, kind of I don't know. Sarah, yeah. I am again stupidly tired. Sorry about that.
How dare
Stop.
you?
As long as you study, then you're fine. If you
Yeah.
choose to wing it, then that's the problem.
I am going to mostly study it and
I mean, you've
probably skip the like breathe here, like
yeah. No, it sounds like you're doing the sort of effort that is required. If you decided just to go look at the thing, and go nah, and throw it in the bin and go and party, then I would make you roll checks. But the fact that you are putting some time and effort into this, you are going to be fine. You're brought up in the temple. You know what is expected of you. You know what sort of things you should be doing. And spending a little bit of time means you have an idea of the sort of ceremonies that Scribe have been putting together, so you can follow along on it fine, and it continues with their kind of pattern of this month, and it's quite clear that they're building towards the Sun's Summer Festival at the end of the month. It's clearly building towards that.
live goat sacrifices. Where am I going to get that?
Don't you dare.
Any other questions about the Chaos Hunters people want to know or ask?
Not offhand, no.
Nightshine? I mean, you're the main
I-
person leading this, so...
Are there any Chaos Hunters outside of Everglow?
When you say outside of Everglow, what do you mean? Like outside of like ponies, or
I mean, outside of our continent.
Were they global?
that information is there's no indication of that information currently here. If they are more widespread, what information you seem to have seems to focus entirely around ponies.
And this is a smaller town. Certainly, if we go to a larger city with more information, we'll be able to find what we're looking for.
Oh, well, the one Chaos Hunter was from this town. I would say this town is a very good source.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Maybe the head priest would be able to shed some light on him.
Actually, can I roll knowledge something on True Quest?
You would have to spend like tomorrow doing that because you kind of spent time looking into Chaos Hunters and you worked out this individual.
I won't.
You might be able to get some, depending on what you want to know, you might get some information based on what you ask. What are you wanting to try and find out?
Actually, I've got a question. Did True Quest train others and pass down that knowledge of the Chaos Hunters?
He does not indicate if he did. The only training that is mentioned is the fact that he goes to Mermaid's Reach to receive some additional training after realising almost there's an indication of him becoming a Chaos Hunter. It doesn't indicate how or what actually made him become one, but he indicates of him going to Mermaid's Reach to receive additional training after it.
Does he name who trained him?
No.
What is the most recent document regarding True Quest?
You're looking at around like I said, about after about 150-ish years after founding type of thing. It's sort of around that era, about like a 20 to 30 year period indicating of him.
Did True Quest make these entries himself, or were they scribed?
That is unsure, but It seems to be based around like a first person point of view. It seems too that they suddenly stop. There's no indication of why they stopped. They're just like there's some the information just sort of ends.
Alright, so I actually did have a question just now. Besides Maymay's Reach and Galloping Dam, does he list any other areas that he has gone to?
Not directly. He indicates that he travels basically across Everglow, ensuring the safety and removal of chaos across Everglow, basically.
Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the head priest of the Sun Temple.
You will know that he has recently left to head towards a villager town to basically help deal with the human invasion. You have Scribe, who is a luminance dragon who looks very overworked.
Huh. Hey, you really should take a break. It's not a good idea to overwork yourself.
But I've got this to prepare. I've got to clean everything. I've then got to sort out for tomorrow's schedule. I've got to, and then there's the festival. I've got to prepare stuff for the festival.
Okay. Okay, breathe. Take a few deep breaths and hold it for 2 to 3 seconds, and then exhale slowly.
But if she breathes, she's gonna work less. She cannot breathe. She doesn't have time for that.
It's technically a he.
All right,
I don't care.
Okay.
All right. Young scribe, I have a question for you. How much do you know of the past heroes from Galloping Dam?
There's a few. Most come here to retire for quiet lives after they've been heroes, I think.
What do you know of a Chaos Hunter named who calls himself True Quest?
He
It's okay.
He wasn't originally called that, and he changed his name to that afterwards. I don't know what it was before. He was born in Galloping Dam. I don't know if it was north and south. Probably doesn't matter. But he went missing. I don't know what happened to him. He did numerous things for the kingdom, but that's about as much as I know.
Okay. How long ago did you miss him?
That was a long time ago, like 200 years ago, maybe more.
Huh. Do we know of his last word? Miss.
No, I don't know where he went.
Was there a general direction?
You would have to check the scriptures to see if there's any indication of that, but I don't think there's any indication of where he went. I don't think he often said where he was going or normally.
Okay. This is all I was wondering about.
They scratch their head and go, but this is... I know I used to look after the libraries and everything else, but I mean, I can tell you more recent stuff, but that's really stretching my memory.
Alright, thank you. I really do appreciate the aid. And with that, he's gonna gently rest a hoof on the luminous dragon's head and give him a good head scratch.
That's sexual abuse.
You don't have permission.
True.
But then
Right.
again, luminous dragons probably like head pets.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
All right, I've got two more questions. Does the Temple of the Sun have a mortuary or death records of True Quest?
There's no mortuary indication, and there's no birth indication either.
All right, and final question: are there symbols or seals in place on the documents we've been going through that would indicate a repeatable pattern of a Chaos Hunter symbol?
Yes.
Something we can use to identify them. Okay, what is it? Whatever it is, Milk Thistle is going to take out his book and he's going to copy this symbol down. And he'll point it out to Night Shine as well as Burned Requiem when he returns to show them what the symbol is.
It's a dick butt.
No, it's
No.
It definitely is.
Willy Bum Bum.
Are you okay?
Who, me?
I don't know. I heard someone breathing.
Oh, that was me stretching.
How dare you?
How dare I stretch after I've been sitting down for several hours?
Yeah, sit the fuck down, boy.
You can't tell me what to do.
I can.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
Night Shine.
Night Shine. If your
Me.
friend jumped off a bridge into a river, would you follow them?
I just did that.
Yeah, you would lead the way, in fact.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I believe Alexandrite will jump off a bridge after their friend.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true life.
That's true as well.
So another common thing with Paolo, he loves to jump off of things.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I remember Nightshine. I played in the Kindest Dungeons game with you. And I
Yeah.
remember how you liked wasting that haste spell.
We used one turn to run away. It was fun.
Alright. Was there anything else other than watching Alexandrite have to give a ceremony?
Not that I can think of. Actually, is there an opportunity for work? Actually, you know what? Actually, I'll do this. Milk Thistle is gonna go through the town, however much time is left in the day, and he's actually going to evangelize. He's going to tell about the glories of the nightmare. He's going to tell the people about the adventures that they've been on, how the party has shown great capability of summoning their own strength and overcoming the greatest odds, how they've assisted with helping the North and the South, and how they should join together and be one people to form the Empire. And he'll keep throwing in insinuations on how following the nightmare is the greatest path to self-realization. And he'll just go through town just preaching all of this to people he meets on the streets while they work. He'll cross the bridge, tell people there, and he'll go through south as well. He'll spend the rest of his evening doing that.
Alright. So you actually would have spent a good part of your evening going through the research. So it'll be probably in the after the sunset where you would actually no. So it'll be before the sunset. So you're looking at about 8 o'clock in the evening that you would be able to go out and start preaching, basically.
All right. And at midnight, he will prep his spells. And he'll do so publicly.
Sadly, you will find that there won't actually be many people to publicly preach to.
But there's at least one.
There's always that one guy.
Oh no, I think you're referring to the nightmare. But
I mean, if there's anybody just like out and about making final preparations, Milk Thistle would speak to them, but he would just be going through the streets telling people, even if there's only a handful that will listen. That'll be good enough.
Yeah.
Hello, have you heard the Glory of the Nightmare?
I mean, the downside is most people seem to be energized and excited for tomorrow's festival. Um, that's probably what you're getting a lot of. And you'll probably find a lot of people probably lose interest after it becomes clear that you're talking about something more personal rather than something to do with either the town, be it north or south side, or the festival itself. You probably still get those few individuals who will at least listen, but the majority of people would seem to be more distracted by other current events. Is probably the best way to put it.
Okay. All right. And then Midnight Milk Thistle will prep his spells and he'll do his ceremonial dance and singing.
Fair enough. You plan to do that out in the streets, or are you going to be doing that inside, say, the Sun Queen's temple at night?
We'll do it on the streets. I don't think the Sun Queen's temple, even though it's depopulated at the moment, would appreciate a different god's ceremonies for prepping spells.
Fair enough. No, that's fine. Okay, so you are able to prep your spells as you see wish. I am going to, unless anybody wants to do anything else drastic, I am going to jump us to tomorrow morning.
Well, it's not drastic, but this is something that's been kind of eating away at me because, this character is like, why not? He's going to go to a brothel and spend the night with one of the mayors.
There is definitely those sort of places here. More on the south side than there is the north side.
Alright, yeah, he'll go down to the south side then and find one of the whatever brothel is most regarded.
You probably will find it as a particular brothel that is mentioned by name a few times.
The scratchy itch.
You will find yourself an enjoyable time, as well as 20 gold coins later.
Alright.
20 gold coins? Jeez, that's expensive.
Well, given he's an adventurer, I would guess he probably would have expensive taste.
Yeah. Let's.
I mean, if you want to go cheap, I mean, you can go low as a few silver if you want.
If we want to lose our PG-13 rating, we could go into detail about how all of this works.
No. Let's see.
I'm pretty sure we lost our PG-13 rating a long time ago.
Yeah.
I was like, we had a PG-13 rating?
Not for this game specifically. We've been keeping it pretty clean. Minimal profanity.
Yeah.
I laugh.
I was gonna say, you weren't here for when Duck and Nightshine were a thing.
Yeah, that's true. We did that thing which couples do.
Oh God, you didn't do an ERP, did you?
They jointly filed their taxes.
If they did,
Yeah, we did our taxes.
Yeah.
Oh.
If they did their taxes, it wasn't what everybody else was aware. Let's just say that. But heavily hinted towards anyway.
All right. Fair enough.
That's fine. You pay your 20 gold coins, and I will not ask you for a fortitude check.
For what?
I'm not asking you for it, so it doesn't matter.
All right.
I think it was a fortitude check.
Yeah, don't worry about it. So unless everybody else wants to do anything else, I'm going to jump us to tomorrow.
All right. At around 1 o'clock in the morning, after Milk Thistle has prepared his spells, if it's still raining, he suddenly gets soaking wet until he does ba-bam. And then the water just drips off of his body as if he is not incapable of getting wet.
Nice.
What was it? Alright, so whatever we've got. Some scattered clouds, but mostly clear. So we actually have quite good weather. I'm going to increase the temperature a fair bit from what it's telling me because it's got rid of my seasons. So you are looking at fairly good weather. Maybe a little bit too warm for running, but it's still good weather.
Awesome. Milk Thistle is going to roll Spellcraft to see if somebody's been playing around with the weather. Bam.
Spellcraft. I mean, the weather in Everglows occasionally has its weird moments, but no one, as far as you can tell, this is a natural occurrence. At least there's no obvious signs of magic at play here.
How fortuitous.
Alexander is actually going to not wear his armor because he's going to sign up for the running competition.
Milk Thistle is going to go find Burned Requiem.
I would assume he would return for the evening. Right?
Yeah.
A brothel isn't sort of the place you spend the entire night at.
Yeah. Yeah, he would have returned.
You hit it and quitted it?
Hmm?
You hit it and quit it?
Yeah, you pay the night lady to go away, not to stick around. See, I'm keeping our PG-13 rating. We're on a good roll. All right. Yeah, Milk Thistle, when he finds Burned, is going to walk up to him and say, "I prepared that spell that you asked for. What was the message you wanted to send?"
Let's see.
Remember, it needs to be less than 25 words.
Yeah. Out of character, I know I did it. Where is it?
Yeah, but we didn't copy paste it, so we lost it. Sorry. I think he had like a 23-word message
No
originally.
worries. Let me see. Let me find our conversation on Discord. Where's it?
Something, something, something. Are you alive? Love, Burned Requiem.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, something's.
You up?
Yeah,
That's
it's.
it. Go ahead and type it out. I guess we'll continue role playing for the time being. As soon as you have it, just give it to me. Because this is actually a very good spell. I probably won't prepare it daily, but it's definitely a good one to keep in touch with Midnight Vision.
Yeah.
In fact, tomorrow I'll prep the spell again and I'll send him a message asking about True Quest. See if he has any information.
Can you send a message to my wife?
I can, but it'll have to be on day 3.
But it's very important.
Oh, that is a good point. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah. Let's see.
I did promise Burned Requiem I would do this today, but Burned, if you are willing to give this day's casting of sending to Nightshine, we could contact Duck, his wife, to see if she's
Yeah. Yeah, I'm willing to give it a day.
Yay!
So
Can
it's
you only do
actually-
that spell once a day?
I've only prepped it once for today. I didn't think about using it a second time.
Oh,
I
okay.
can prep it 3 times. Or no, I can prep it twice. Because one of them is my domain spell.
This is the message.
That's a terrible message. I'm not spending a spell on that.
But it's important.
Oh, shit.
Well, what's the message?
Do you want?
That's a dumb message.
Oh,
No, like Nightshine, legit. If you type out a serious message, I'll send that one to Duck.
That was
Yeah.
the message I have in mind, to be honest.
That's not gonna work.
Boo.
Wait, what was the message?
He just wants to know if Duck wants to RP. But it's gonna be coming from Milk Thistle, so she might be upset with me.
Yeah, that's. Wow.
Alright, let's see. Father, I hope that you are doing well and am praying for a response from you. There's a heavy feeling in my gut. Okay, so that's 23 words. I can add the letter I to that sentence to make it complete, and then I'll sign it off as burnt.
Yeah, that
Okay.
works.
So Milk Thistle is going to spend 10 minutes casting the spell. He'll go ahead and do this in the temple. He'll be speaking infernal and conjuring up a lot of profane energy, which might be upsetting, but he needs a quiet place to do this so he doesn't get interrupted. But he will cast the spell and he sends it to Burned Requiem's master, and he will read this as, quote, Father, I hope that you are doing well, and I am praying for a response from you. There's a heavy feeling in my gut. Burnt.
Okay.
I also am feeling something very heavy that needs taken care of.
You just saw your wife a couple of days ago. You can wait.
Yeah.
No,
Ooh.
That feedback from your mic has got me feeling something heavy.
Should we call before the festival?
Hmm?
I was gonna say, should we...
1, 2, 3, 4,
Ah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13,
Call who?
the game.
18, 19, 20,
Uh,
21, 22.
Possibly. We are getting close to that time, but I do want to get this message back.
Alright. There we go. I sent
Oh,
it
I
to
got
you
it.
in Discord because I can't work out to do whispers in
Yep.
Calendar at the moment. I've tried numerous times and it doesn't work. I need to look at like
All
coding
right.
or something.
So Milk Thistle is chanting as he casts the spell for 10 minutes, speaking in infernal, and profane energy swells up around him, and then all of a sudden there's a flash of deep purple light, and he goes silent for a moment, keeping his eyes closed. And then once that moment is over, he speaks the message that was returned to him. I found something, at least someone, the demon of metal you often spoke about. I am hurt, but somewhere safe, recovering. And then Milk Thistle opens his eyes. Your master lives.
Alright. Okay, that's good. We don't know where he's at. Last we knew he was in the desert, right?
Yes, he was being attacked according to Nightshine, but he does seem to have survived. There was a sense of coughing. He could be sick or severely injured, but he says he's safe and recovering.
Alright, that's good. We if possible we should try to find him on our way back to Villagertown. If possible.
Spell, can you send that to anyone?
It helps if I know the individual, but if I do, then yes.
Okay, I see. So you probably can't help me then.
Who did you need to contact?
Oh, just my brothers who are traveling throughout the lands.
Yes, unfortunately, unless I've met them and they know me, the sending will be very difficult.
Alright, well, I hope they're safe.
Alright. So other than that, was there anything else anybody wanted to do before we get into the actual nitty gritty of the festival?
I don't believe so.
Right. I do agree. I think it's a good point to pause before we actually go into the full-blown festival itself. But what I will mention is coming out in the morning, the streets and everything else is very much full of hustle, bustle, and that sort of thing. The normal dawn celebration or gathering happens at the Sun Queen's Temple isn't happening today that you know at Alexandrite, as there's a special one going to be happening at midday that Scribe is going to present over. You know that because they spent probably most of the night like panicking over this and getting themselves prepared. So your sleep hasn't been the best because they've probably interrupted you occasionally to try and get advice and stuff like that. And they seem to be at least relieved at the fact that somebody they know is here and they can talk to, despite you probably not being relieved.
Yeah.
But other than that, it is like quite a big hustle bustle. There's like games, various vendors selling various things, be it like hoof-crafted items to more magical items or mundane things, all sorts of things across the board, basically. But we will kick it off all for next time, where you guys can potentially explore the markets, what other weird and interesting things you might come across, and or who you might find, and take part in weird and wonderful games as well.
All right, looking forward to it. GG, everyone. We didn't die.
Yeah, that was a fun session.
Alright. Well, I hope you
Despite
guys
our best efforts to die, we didn't die.
Lots of good information in regards to the Chaos Hunters and Hell Knights. I'm interested in seeing how that turns out.
Yeah. I know that when Nightshine jumped off the, we said, I have a plan. They jumped off the bridge. It was like, well, time to press X to doubt.
It was a good plan, but
I am doubting your sanity right now, Nightshine.
Alright, well, I'm going to stop the stream here, just before we doubt Nightshine's sanity.
Auf Wiedersehen. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.